Thank you. Okay. So, welcome, guys. We'll anyways begin. Uh, Welcome. Good morning, and I'll individually welcome you all. Welcome Amit, Bhupendra ji, Kiran, Kranti Kumar, Moinish ji, Nanju, and Vijay. Welcome. Thanks for spending time on a Sunday. This is not so serious webinar. So generally, I do not hold webinars on Sundays because you need to cater to your families. Family time is very important. That's when you are emotionally strong to trade well. So if you want to trade sustainably, that means if you want to trade for the long term, you got to uh, have a very good family ecosystem. That means you need to be mentally strong there. Otherwise, you will end up making mistakes. So we need to kind of realize that value. That's why, Sundays you need to give to your families. But this webinar is a kind of a light one where we will not learn anything, but you will just understand the product. So let me complete the webinar first. So I got this idea. I have been toying with this idea since long. I used to do one-on-one mentorships. I trained around 24 traders, only one-on-ones. You might wonder why such a low number, because I do not look at volume. But generally, I do look at least I need to have viability. That means at least if I have 10 members, it will be good. Otherwise, it will be like, speaking to myself if it is a group thing. So basically, I designed this program because many people were not able to join one-on-one mentorship, because one-on-one mentorship, as the name suggests, is very costly, because I give a lot of time in one-on-one mentorship. So but many people were not comfortable with it because of the price point or whatever reasons. They were not comfortable with it. So many people were asking, if I can have a more economical way, and this is the one which I have designed. So probably this may not be optimal, but you cannot have exact things in life. You cannot get everything in its exactness. So we need to kind of go and adapt as it goes. So somewhere we have to start. So I thought this is a nice start. I got a clarity of how to train without losing the uh, kind of seriousness of trading. So I'll first finish the webinar. I won't take much time, because this got to be a very one-on-one, that means Q&A one. That means you might have more questions than answers. So probably you need to kind of spend time asking questions. So we'll not take more time in kind of discussing what the program is, but I will wait for your questions. That's when we'll get the meet. Now tell me everyone, can you reply, you want in Hindi or English? I'll unmute all. So probably you can unmute yourself and tell me, whatever you want, Hindi or English. What is comfortable for most of you people? Can you tell me? Hindi, great. Is everyone comfortable with Hindi? English, okay. Okay. Okay, what I will do is I'll mix both. I'll keep on repeating. Yeah, so I'll keep on repeating wherever there is a need for Hindi. I'll repeat that. So don't worry. If there is any question, ask me. To tell you that in any kind of whether Hindi or English, I'll do that. So let's keep it two-way. Well. So this is a mentorship program. Earlier, the form of this mentorship program was one-on-one. I was happy with it because there, I had very good batch of students. I'll show you. Basically, if you look at, basically I had around 24 members, students. So I trained them. And the thing is, they are in touch with me. So it's not like a 1 day or 2 day training. Probably they were there for around 5 years. So what my understanding about mentorship is, a mentorship is not like a trainer. There is a difference between a teacher, a trainer, a mentorship, a coach. They're all different. Though they look same, they are different. We need to understand that. Just a minute, guys, just a minute. So probably he is not able to. Anyways, I'll give him the recording. So not a worry. So there is a difference between teaching, mentorship, and many things. So basically, you can learn in many ways. You can learn in many ways. Just a minute, guys. We can learn in many ways. One is there is teaching. Okay, there is teaching, and then there is kind of training, and there is coaching, and there is mentorship. Okay, so basically these are all different forms. It is not same, though in English they look similar. They are not same. They are not at all same. For example, when you are teaching something, you just want the student to understand anything new. So someone is teaching, your teacher just teaches you. He will not sit with you. He may not have time to kind of spend with you. So probably you need to go back home and practice whatever your teacher is teaching you. Now when someone is a trainer will be with you like a gym trainer. He will be with you as long as you are practicing, right? So there is a difference between a teacher and trainer. You remember in schools, what teachers used to do is they teach, and they will ask, typically this is an Indian thing, they will ask you to come to tuition for personal attention, right? You remember that, hopefully. Across India, I think that is what has happened. So that is what a teacher does. A trainer is, he will be there with you for some point of time. Like you go to gym, for example, you take, Salman Khan or Mahesh Babu or anyone. These people have trainers, but these trainers will not be with them all the time. For example, whenever there is a fitness routine period, they will go train them, look for them, and then come back. Okay, now then what the next level of teaching is mentorship. So when I say mentorship, a mentor is a mix of both. That means he is like a teacher. He needs to educate you first. He needs to increase your level of understanding of any particular subject. So typically what a mentor does is, first he will understand your mindset. That is very, very important. He understands um, the area of expertise very well. He needs to have very good expertise in that. Not necessarily he is doing all those things, but he needs to have a very in-depth knowledge of it. Okay, he needs to have in-depth knowledge of the subject. Now what a mentor does is, first he will teach you, and then he will train you also. He needs to take interest in whether you are progressing or not. So this happens here. It is very important for the student to chip in. For example, if you are a gym trainer, if you go to your gym, if your trainer is interested, because he is taking money, he is interested in giving you that 1 hour. But if you are not interested, there is nothing he can do, right? If you tell him, no, I want to take 1 month vacation, a trainer cannot do anything. So if you have the eagerness to practice whatever you want to master, then certainly a mentor is a good idea. So then there is coach. A coach is similarly like a mentorship, but coach is typically used for for jobs that needs soft skills. Like a CEO generally has a coach. Okay, he may have a mentor, he may also have a coach. Coach is generally, what happens is, he works like a consultant. A coach works like a consultant. That means he will take certain kind of money, and whenever you have a problem, he will come and address your problem. But a mentor is above all these things. A teacher, a trainer, a coach, and then your mentor. Why you need a mentor is, especially in areas like trading, is you need hand holding. That means in many areas, you need to understand the subject very well. And then whenever you are morally going away from your path, chosen path, the mentor will be there. For example, what I'm trying to say is, just a minute, guys. Yeah, for example, this is our road. Just a minute. Let me draw this. One minute. So it's not working. Just a minute. So whenever you are going on a path, for example, let me reduce this. This is too much. I will delete this. Yeah. So for example, when you are going on this path, so you might be wandering like this. In trading, you will be wandering like this. You know, your mind will be wandering like this. And occasionally you may go this way and this way. Okay. And also we will fall into the pit. So your mentor is always there to guide you. You know, it's not like, you know, you put him responsible for everything. No, that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. What I mean by that is, sorry, it yeah. So what a mentor does is, whenever you are in a situation, whenever you are in an uncharted territory, he comes and helps you. He finds you a way to do that. Okay, so basically he will have answers for most of your questions. So at least he may not solve your problems physically, but mentally he is always there if you are going through some tough time here. So most of the time what happens is, yesterday I put in the channel about Dunning-Kruger effect. Okay, so typically Dunning-Kruger effect, what happens? Basically, this is your confidence and this is your competence. This is competence and this is confidence. So whenever what happens is, in trading, you see that typically you would have faced this in trading. For example, whenever you start, the curve will be like this. That means whatever trade you take, this happens whenever you have a new system. Suppose you have learned an RSI system somewhere on Twitter or Facebook or somewhere, you know, or from me, you learn something. And on Monday you try, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday you try, and it will be like this. And you will think, oh my God, you know, this is what I wanted. I got it. I don't have to spend a dime. I got it. And this is called the most stupid moment. Why I say stupid is, you are not understanding the risks that may come. So what happens is, when you think that everything is going on, you know, fate will start taking you for challenges. So this happens with all strategies, all kind of lifestyles, like whether it is trading or in life, everywhere this happens. This is a psychological template. This Dunning-Kruger effect is a psychological template. We generally, this happens with a marriage also. This happens with school also. This happens with anything. You open a book, first chapter you will read with a lot of interest, and suddenly from second chapter you will start sleeping, you know. And in marriage also, it is like a honeymoon. For example, you know, kind of the moment people get married, they are in a honeymoon period, and after 1 year they will start understanding the challenges. So here what is happening, you are married with the market. So just a minute, guys. So this happens in all, in trading also this happens. Okay, so what happens, this is the period which is the most important. This is where people will start facing challenges. This is where people will start facing challenges, and most of the people quit trading. This is in this period. In this period people will start quitting trading. Let me draw the graph. So here is the place where people will start quitting. This happens with business, whether it is venture capital, whether it is life. Every time you see that in marriages, most of the divorces happen here. But once you start facing the challenges and you understand how to get used to those challenges, that is when this path happens. And this is where only 5% of the people reach. Okay, so for example, if 100 people have joined, by here, you know, kind of this number will come back to almost 5%. And only these 5 people who are staying and understanding the game, they will reach again and become professionals. Now what happens is, this for these professionals, there is a key thinking that always have in mind, whether you are a computer programmer, whether you are a ski diver, whether you are an actor, anything, you take anything, the mentality of these people is typically different. I'll explain you. What happens is, so here you have good luck and challenges. You have challenges, no good luck. Here you have luck and you have good luck. Okay. Now here what you will have is challenges. Okay. Now here what happens is this 5%, they understand the role of luck and challenges. That means they understand that whatever my system is saying, however much I back tested it, simulated it, whatever you do, there is always risk. But what they are confident, this 5% are confident is, even if there are challenges, I know how to get out. These are the people who are pros, who are experts. So you need to reach that maturity. Otherwise, most of the traders you see in the market, they are stuck here. They are stuck literally here. In this place, they are stuck. That means they're always consistently struggling for a direction. And this is where mentorship is important. Mentorship is important. Of course, if you have the ability to, kind of come on your own, that is always good. No one is going to stop it. In fact, people will come to you and learn. But if you think I want to shorten my learning curve, I do not have time to, spend lots of reading, and, there are many things that you have to understand in trading. So a mentorship will shorten your learning curve. So without much ado, let's get into the details of this program. Now, what happens is, I will explain about myself, who I am, what I do, and stuff like that. And then we will probably get into the program. So my name is Narasimham. I have around 20 years of experience in financial markets. I worked with around 4 investment banks. Before that, I worked with a business daily called Business Standard newspaper. And then I worked with a news agency called Reuters, where I was a data analyst. And then I worked with 4 investment banks, which are Goldman Sachs, UBS, JP Morgan, and lastly with Moody's Analytics. So, but I was on the fundamental side. So basically, I was an analyst. I was a research analyst. However, my experience in UBS, where I was into currency strategy, exposed me to trading in currency markets. That means I learned how institutions trade in currency markets in London and Singapore. And that's when I was exposed to something called market profile and order flow. So after I left my job in 2015, I started, investing and trading for myself. And then in 2016, I started taking trainings for people who are interested in learning the new concepts of trading. So that's about me. Will not spend much time there. So now, why do you need mentorship? So we have already discussed a bit of, why you need a mentorship, why you need a mentor. So basically what happens is, there are 2 things that you need to remember in trading. Trading is a lonely profession. Tomorrow you may have any amount of capital, whether you have, kind of 100 crore, 200 crore, 500 crore, or, whatever is the capital. It is a lonely profession. Why I say lonely profession is, there are certain things that you cannot express to anyone, including your family. You don't want to kind of hurt them, or you don't want to share with them how the business works, because they do not understand the dynamics of the markets, unless they are into a family which has been trading for long, like holding a brokerage or stuff like that. So trading is a very lonely profession. So generally what happens is, we tend to share only our profits. We do not share our losses. It doesn't have to be like that. If the losses are minimal, you can happily share. On a bad day, you can say, oh, today I lost only 10,000. That is the kind of maturity you need to aim to. The aim should not be like, every damn day I want to kind of make 10,000 or 20,000 or 1 lakh a day. No, that is not what trading is. We'll discuss that. So in trading, you need to reach a maturity where you can be unlonely as in other fields. For example, if you have a problem in a job or a business, you generally discuss with your friends, your family, everyone. But you see, in trading, you generally do not discuss this with your family or even your friends. Even with your best friend, you will just say like it is challenging, but you will not tell them, I lost like 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs. Unless they can help financially, you will not tell. So that maturity should come. You should come out and say, yes, I am losing. Because here, because it is a lonely professional, you cannot talk with anyone. When you do not talk with anyone, your problems will not come down. That means your trading headache will not come down. Okay, so that kind of controls you mentally. Suppose if you are not able to express your negative feelings, and if you do not find a solution, that impacts trading for the next week. So that is why trading is a lonely profession. And then it requires self-regulation. What I mean by self-regulation is, couple of times kind of my students, my mentorship students come back to me and say like, I was not able to work because I did this mistake. So I will be very harsh on them. I tell them, you should not have done this. You should not have taken excessive leverage. You should not have increased your position size. So these things, you need someone regulating you. It doesn't have to be some kind of powerful guy. It doesn't have to be. It is someone who can give you an objective view, so that he understands you and then gives you a solution to that also. For example, if someone says, I'm continuously making losses because of position sizing, so what is the solution to get out of it? We'll find a solution. That is what a mentor does. So why do you need mentorship? Number one, it is a lonely profession. So you want to be part of a group or with someone who is ready to answer your phone call. Literally, let me tell you, I spend a lot of time on phone calls with my students. Whether they are investors or traders, they just call me on weekends or after market hours. They spend a lot of time discussing, and I never ever say no to that. Even if they are speaking for 2 hours, I'm happy to be all ears, because what they want is, they want someone to hear loud and give tangible things to them that a trainer or teacher will not do to you. For example, if you attend a course paying 10,000 rupees and learn something like market profile, that guy needs to handhold you when it is not working. That is what we will do in this mentorship. If it is not working, we will not run away. We will address that problem. And each trader will have individual problems. So we got to address that. Okay, so that is what I mean by trading is a lonely profession. And especially if luck is on my side, and if we get more people in our team, then it is going to be really good, because all bring their own skill sets to us, to the table, and then we can make it a good affair. Now, it needs self-regulation. So if you want someone, or if it is like, your group will be a sounding board, whether the group or your mentor is a sounding board. I have done something, I'm planning like this, I have got new capital, where should I put it, how should I put it? So you need one place where we can form a junta. Okay, that's what we will discuss in the next slide. Now, so how does it work? So how does this this mentorship is going to work? To start with, we will have a Slack room, a Slack or a Discord. I'm just thinking about what software to use, but we will have one room where we will have everything. That will be like our home. That will be like our adda. Adda means char dost log mile. You see why these friends meet near chai ka adda or some place regularly, because they want to unwind. They want to unwind and they want to share their thoughts. That's where solutions to your problems come. That's why these juntas are very, very helpful. You brainstorm. So basically, you might have joined many other places or Slack rooms where you may have number of people, but this will be a focused one for your trading and investing. And then we'll have chart packs. So once we have a Slack room, I'll put as many charts as possible during the day. You can also put, so that will give us new ideas to think about. So continuously we are thinking about markets without spending time on our computers. Okay, so that is one good thing. We'll have chart packs. So this room will help you to become a sounding board. Basically, it will help you to become a sounding board. So whenever you have something to discuss, we will keep on coming to that Slack room. And then the key thing is, these are the key things that that I offer from my side. That is, one is webinars. I'll discuss how the webinars will be structured. We'll have 4 webinars, one each on Saturdays in the mornings. Even if you miss, it is fine. Okay, you will get the recording, but because you get the recording, you should not miss, because you will miss the Q&A part. You may not have the opportunity again to kind of go back and discuss questions with the group. So webinars will be there, and then we'll have live sessions. So on expiry days, probably to start with, we can have on expiry days. So, and as it goes, as I get more people, probably we can increase that to 2, that is on Mondays and Thursdays, things like that. So initially we'll have 1, because I want to start slowly. I do not want to stress and burn myself out, so that I may not be able to offer my services to you. And then trade views, regularly I am giving trade views. This will be free of cost for you. Okay, so effectively for the rest of the services, you'll be paying 7,500. We'll discuss the pricing also. So trade views will be free of cost. So you don't have to buy softwares, you don't have to depend on anyone. As long as possible. For example, if you are in a job and you don't want to become full-time now, you want to become a full-time trader 5 years or 10 years later. So this will help you in saving money until then. Otherwise, if you need advanced charts the way I use, like market profile and order flow, you need to spend a lot. Okay, they don't come cheap. Let me tell you, they don't come cheap at all. So all that you will get access here in the form of charts or in the form of trade views. So this is the structure of the program. Now, what will you learn? What are the things that you will learn? So here I want to say one thing. Basically, whenever markets are working, they are sometimes like this. Okay, they are like this. Let me draw this so that I can have some. They are sometimes like this, and they are sometimes like this. What I mean by that? What I mean is, sometimes investments are working, sometimes only trading works, sometimes both work. Sometimes only option buying works, sometimes only option selling works, sometimes futures work, sometimes investments work, sometimes positional trades work. Now, the point here is, what I'm trying to say is, now you might say, you would have heard others saying, you need to take one thing and then focus on it. For example, some people, what they do, they take Bank Nifty futures and then they start working. Okay, or they take Bank Nifty options and they start working. What I say is, if you are so addicted to one contract or one style of trading, you are not diversifying yourself. For example, you see, if people are used to option selling, let's say, whenever volatility is contracting, or whenever volatility is silent, they will not face any problem. But one day suddenly there will be or for in a small regime there will be a rise in volatility, and then they are thrown out of water. So we need to be a dynamic trader, shifting where the opportunities are. Sometimes, for example, if you see 2021 beginning, okay, I traded less, invested more. You see, that's when I made a lot of money in Happiest Minds, Sundaram Fasteners, things like that. Because you don't have to trade. You trade, but you trade with lower size. I used to trade only 2 lots during 2021 first half. Later, when investment stopped working, I shifted to option buying and then to option selling. So basically, I am such a pro. In any day, I'll make money in anything. For example, on Friday, I gave a long-term investment to clients on Shivalik Bimetals. I gave long-term investment. I have long-term investments, and then I did a intraday trade also. That is, within a day, we can make like 10,000, because I'm applying the concepts of futures trading and market profile and order flow, and I'm making money. So ultimately, you need to diversify yourself. Why you need to diversify? Because you need to diversify your risks. The diversification is not just about just a minute. The diversification is not just about investments or asset classes. It is also about your trading styles. You need to know what is working on what is not working at this point in time. So 1 minute, guys. Anyways, I'll give you the recording. So this is the difference between these are the asset classes we will consider. These are the things that we will consider. Now, how is the pedagogy? That means, how is it going to be different? How is this program going to be different? One is, we will have theoretical foundation. we'll have theoretical foundation, where we'll discuss different concepts every month. I'll discuss that in the next slide. And then these are typically on Saturday mornings, and then you will get recordings. So you don't have to worry about whether you are missing, but it is better if you attend. Otherwise, I'll give just the recording to you. And then we'll discuss 4 topics a month. Now you might say only 4 topics. Why can't you give 31 topics? Can you digest? I have the energy to take a webinar every day. I am doing this regular pre-market reports every day. I have the energy, but can you digest? You cannot. So basically we will have one topic and then work on that entire week, discussing them in our chat room. And then you need to get questions so that becomes inbuilt into your mind. So this theoretical foundation should get built into your mind. So we will discuss new topics every month. This is paramount. This is very, very important. Now, what are the practical foundations? So whatever we are discussing, for example, we discuss something, a concept in market profile. How is it working? Whether it works or not, we will check that in live sessions. So I'm starting only with 1 a month. Later, let's see how to build up to 2 or twice a day. Like probably on an expiry day, we'll have 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, something like that. And these sessions are very important to cover your theoretical base. Most of the time, what happens when someone gives a strategy, you read that in a book, and then you put it on your indicator, and then you will not follow through. Following through is very, very important. Not just in candlesticks, in your life also you need to follow through. That's very important. For these also we'll get recordings. You don't have to worry. So, and then now, what is the outcome? Why do you need to go through this? What are the outcomes of this mentorship? Is this mentorship is just like, any other group, Telegram group or WhatsApp group you join? No, it's not going to be like that. We need to be answerable to ourselves, because you will be paying. So you need to get benefit out of it. So we will have theoretical base. Apart from our webinars, we will discuss a number of concepts. I will share articles. I will share many things. It will not have junk. One of the rule I'm going to put is don't share junk here. Don't share news. Don't share unnecessary things. If you are sharing something, you need to have some good base or good reason for it. Otherwise, let's not junk it, because already our mind is full of junk with social media. We do not need more junk. So we'll have a good theoretical base, and then we'll get practical exposure. Okay, we'll get practical exposure, which is the next important thing. The first thing is execution, which is also a subject that we will discuss in our webinars. That means most of the time you know a strategy, but you don't know how to execute it. So we'll understand execution. We'll get to the practical aspects, and then we'll have a theoretical base. More important thing is continuity. What I mean by continuity, for example, this year you see someone following market profile in Twitter. You learn. You take a course. You take a 1 week course. You do the everything necessary. You invest in it. You buy software. You do everything. But what happens is there is no follow through. That means you will practice that for a month, and then by next year you would have forgotten that. I am sure you will relate this to yourself. You learn about RSI, and then you will again use RSI when you make a loss. Because when you make a loss, you open the chart and see why it is not working. So add back all the indicators, think whatever you have learned. That is not good. You need continuity. For example, I use market profile each and every day, and I have been using for the past 20 years. So no boredom. Continuity is very, very important. If I am following an indicator, I will junk it only when it is not working. Otherwise, I'll follow it with me for life. Okay. So continuity is the thing which is very, very important. Very important. Most people are not continuous. You see on Twitter also, you have a star for 1 year or 2 years, and then he's gone. Similarly, you see in Telegram groups and all, you will see some people for 1 year or 2 years, and then they are gone. No continuity, because they are not sustainable. They are not in the market. They are not in the market. Okay, they are not in the market because they are kind of demotivated. They are not disciplined. Of whatever reason, for personal reasons also, people may quit Twitter. But let me tell you, if a trader is strong, whatever is his personal situation, he will never quit. He will never get demotivated. He will never be indisciplined, first of all. Okay, so these are the things which is a continuity is very important. Continuity is very, very important. You can stop trading, but you should not quit trading. There is a difference between the two. What I mean by that is, people, if they lose capital, for example, they come with 10 lakh, 10 lakh is gone. For 5 months, they will not read also. They will not forget, they will not do anything about market. Only when they get back capital, another 20 lakh or 30 lakh after selling a home or something, again, they will start, kind of doing research, new research. At that time, whatever is working, option selling, option buying, jump here, jump there, it doesn't work. It does not work at all. Your capital will get burnt, but continuity is very, very important. And then regulation. Okay, you need regulation. When you have regulation, when you have a sounding board, you can go there, tell you a problem, understand it, work on it, right? You need regulation. And then execution. Most of the time, we are very good on knowledge. Let me tell you, we are very good on knowledge. Even I face problems in execution. Suppose if I'm taking a new strategy, the first thing I keep in mind is, how am I going to execute it? One of the famous rule that we have is 5-minute rule. This may be stupid for many. Let me tell you, 5-minute rule is something that I use to control mind. Okay, so like that, you need to work on many things for execution. Most of the time you see that, for example, if it is a rangy day, market is moving like this, I put a 5-minute rule, very important in buying options. For people, it may be stupid because you are not getting trade. What is the point I am joining your service? Like, you are not in a vegetable market. You should not think that market aa gaye to 1 kilo leke jayenge. Aisa nahi. Okay, in trading, if there is no trade, means no trade. That's it. You need to be so mature to excel in trading. So execution is very, very important. Now, what is after execution? Sorry. Again, sorry. I think I need to get used to it. So we're not spending more time, guys. Just a minute. We have discussed this. This is done now. So how are the webinars going to be? So we will discuss 4 important broad subjects. Let me tell you, when I say broad, they are very broad. So what I mean by that is, you need fundamentals. Now you may say, man, I want only trading. I don't want fundamentals. Then thank you. You should not join me. I'll clearly say, you should not join me. Why? Because if you, just a minute, guys, let me mute. Yeah, so sorry for these disturbances. So if you say, I am not a kind of fundamental trader, I don't want it, then don't join, please. Because my belief is that you need to have a very good knowledge of fundamentals. Otherwise, you will not excel in trading. Pakka. Now, you might say there are many people out there on Twitter and somewhere who hate fundamentals, but they are working. Yeah, they are lucky. But they are lucky. If you want to depend on luck, yes, by all means, you should trade. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Yeah. So if you want to depend only on technicals, probably you have a choice whether you can use only technicals in the. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. Yeah, I will unmute all after the program during Q&A. So if you want to depend only on technicals, yes, by all means. And if you think that, oh, man, this guy is an expert in market profile and order flow, we will come only for this. No. Even if I'm using market profile, I depend on fundamentals, I depend on technicals, I depend on order flow. This is a kind of diversification. When I take a trade, I look at various holistic aspects before taking a trade. Still, I may lose, but my risk is very less. Always remember, my risk is damn less. That's why I have never been shunted out of the market. I am never demotivated. In fact, I carry chip on my shoulder. I say I have only 500 followers, but still I do it every day because I'm not demotivated. Why I'm not demotivated? Because the market always keeps me up. My learnings, my expertise always keep me up. It doesn't matter how many followers I have, whether market is giving me continuously profits or not. I'm never, because my profits are small, my losses are small. I never make huge money except in multi-baggers. In multi-baggers, I make money like hell. Yes. in stuff like Happiest Minds, Adani Wilmar, I made good money. But in trading, I make very less. Why? This is the point which you need to learn before going to the next slide. So what I feel is, for example, we have a bell curve. Everyone knows bell curve, right? Everyone knows bell curve. If you are in options trading, you know what is a bell curve. So what I say is an investor should be here. I am here always. As an investor, I am here. God, just a minute, guys. Please mute yourself. Yeah. So as an investor, I am here. As a trader, I am always here. As a trader, I am just here. Let me put a different color. Probably that will help you. Just a minute. Let's make this. So as a trader, I want to be only here. Why? Because I want only this profit every day and only this much loss every day. I will never take a loss this man. I will never look at the tail on the left for trading because you will be thrown out of business. But as an investor, I'm very happy to buy something and put stop loss at 0. Now people on Twitter or everywhere will say, oh, buy and hold people will always lose. You will never lose. If you are learning fundamentals, you will never lose. So you can put 0 stop loss. So in my trades also, I tell my clients, if you want this as a trade, put a stop loss. If you want this as an investment, put 1 lakh or 2 lakh and then don't put stop loss. As it is going down, please buy. Example is ITC. Many people would have laughed, when ITC went to 200. In fact, in my channel also, I suggested to buy at 150. People would have laughed. Okay, let them. But today it is at 290. Okay, so investments need different mindset. And you need to diversify money there also. Suppose if you have 1 crore of capital, don't dump in trading, don't dump in Bank Nifty options market. Okay, you need to invest some and then use this capital to trade here. So that edge you will get from this trading room. You will get fundamentals knowledge, which you will not get anywhere. And if you want fundamental knowledge, you can go to them, but they will not have trading knowledge. Why do I have this kind of mindset? Because I have worked for institutions. So that is how institutions work. They use fundamentals, they use technicals, market profile, order flow, and various other things. Okay, not in the same form, but in one of these forms they will use. So that is why we will learn all the subjects, and week 1, every first week we will have a different subject. Every second week we will have different subject. Every third week we will have different subject. Every fourth week we will have different subject. That means in this month, if we have 1 webinar on fundamentals, 1 will be technicals, 1 will be market profile, 1 will be order flow. Okay, so what happens is, for example, if I teach a concept to you in market profile, you will have 1 month to again come back and discuss that. So so you may say it is very slow, but that is how it should be. Let me tell you, if you are just, if you want to learn market profile in 5 days and then continuity is gone, you will use it for 1 week or 2 weeks and then you will have a lot of problems. It will fall through, gone. It will not be like that. So if we discuss something, we will keep on posting charts based on that in our Slack channel, and then we will keep on learning like that. Similarly, these live sessions will be based on them. For example, if we learn something like fundamentals, we will discuss about, just a minute guys, we'll discuss about those things in live sessions. So this is how it is going to be. So it will be different each week. So it will be a very slow and regulated learning. And also what happens is, it is not just about tools. Sometimes people do not understand options. Probably you are an expert. Let's say you are very good in options. You can skip that. You can skip 1 webinar on options, but if you want to learn, then by all means you can, if you have time. Otherwise you can again hear the recording, so you don't have to worry. So so like that, we will discuss something, deep subjects on options from basics. Let me tell you, people will say, I don't want any basics in options, man. I know what a call option is, what a put option is. Yeah, let's build from base. So we will not sit on basics for long, but we will discuss various aspects of options that you may not have heard. And then we will understand some trend following techniques, and then mean reversion techniques through market profile and order flow. And then volatility. Many people have a very poor understanding of volatility. These are few subjects that I have given, but going down the line, we may have new ones. For example, 1 year down the line, we may have new ones also. Anything that new has come up, I do keep on learning new stuff, and you may get to learn that. So as we move on. So if you have continuous engagement with me, the perks are different all the time. Okay. So that's it. So basically these are my contacts. You know my contacts, but how I have structured the pricing of this product is every month it will be 10,000 because it includes a lot of my time as well as hard work, and there are perks related to that. You'll get free trade views also, which is for which I charge 2,500, so that you are getting free of cost. If you want a quarterly, suppose you want to try 1 quarter, you have trust in me, so you want to try a quarter and see, so you can pay 25,000 only, 5,000 rupees discount. And if you want an yearly, please chat to me. I don't encourage you to pay this much, because this is a monthly engagement. This is not a one-on-one, so I don't want to be harsh on people's money also. So you if you still want to, if you still have trust, and if you want to reduce your cost, you can pay 90,000. And when I say lifetime membership, this is what people, my old students, have paid, and they have been with me for years. So if you want to pay lifetime, fine, but then I don't encourage. At least start with a monthly, see whether it is really good, whether it is really adding to your expertise or to your trading lifestyle, then only decide. You can start that from next month, or after 2 months, or whenever. So this is the price structure I have put. So monthly it is 10,000. You may ask, probably in Q&A you may ask, why are you not charging less? Okay, that is very costly. Yeah, by all means, you see how costly the learning curve will be if you are training yourself on your own. Okay, spending on various courses, books, whatever, the learning curve will not be that small, and you need to pay to the market also in terms of stop losses. With us, the stop losses are always less. We ensure the stop loss is less before we get into the trade. So yesterday I'll show you, when we traded Shivalik Biometallics, it had only 25 rupees stop loss. For a cash stock that is very small, people will not have such confidence to trade stocks with such a small stop loss. So that's it from me, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll open the floor. So do you want to raise hand, or I'll unmute all, or probably I'll see if you yeah, ask. You all can unmute. So anyone wants to ask question, you can, guys. It's up to you. योगेंद्र जी, आप कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं? Okay. Amit, any questions?
नहीं, अभी तो नहीं है.
Okay, great. Hope this gave clarity. Ananya, do you have any question? Okay, Kiran. Ravi ji, any question?
No, sir. No any question, sir.
Okay, thank you. Moinish ji.
No, sir. No questions.
Okay, thank you. So Vikas ji, any question?
नहीं sir, अभी तो कुछ नहीं है.
Okay. So anyone else? Nanju, do you have any question? Since there are very few people, this is the luxury I have. Even in my mentorship, we'll have less people, so we focus a lot on each one's issues. If there are 100 or 200 students, obviously this is not possible. This is not the luxury we'll have. So that's it, guys. I am done. We are not discussing anything else on the market, but if you have any questions on the program, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can call it a day. Okay, so this shows, the positive side of it is that I made the presentation very well. So that's why there are no questions. So if you have any questions, you can still kind of chat me on Telegram. You have my contact. So have a great weekend, and let's hope you all join. And anyways, I'll be running this program no matter how many people. So I'm starting with my old students. So this will continue to happen. Okay. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye. हेलो हेलो योगेंद्र जी, हाँ कुछ पूछना चाहते हैं?
हाँ, मैंने क्या थोड़ा लेट ज्वाइन किया था, मैं जॉब पर से आया तो मैंने ज्वाइन किया।
आपका वॉइस क्लियर नहीं है, क्या है? हाँ जी बताइए।
आ रही है आवाज? आवाज आ रही है?
हेलो, हाँ जी
आवाज
बताइए।
आ रही है?
हाँ आ रही है बताइए।
क्या मैंने ज्वाइन लेट किया था,
हाँ।
जॉब पर से आया, बाद में ज्वाइन किया।
हाँ
जब चल रहा था 10,000 पर मंथ है अपना सब्सक्रिप्शन है,
हाँ हाँ
तो मैंने वो 2500 वाला तो एजमोंग का किया था मैंने।
ओके ओके।
उसमें 2 महीना मैंने किया था, वो तो बहुत बढ़िया था आपका।
हाँ 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 हाँ
लेकिन मैं क्या है, मैं आपको बता दूं, मैं आपके पास टाइम है ना?
हाँ हाँ है, बताइए।
हेलो,
हाँ हाँ है, बताइए।
तो मैंने क्या है वो, हाँ वो आपके जो सपोर्ट के लेवल है, रेजिस्टेंस के लेवल है, बहुत खतरनाक, डेंजरस है, एकदम जोरदार।
ओके, थैंक यू।
लेकिन मैं जब करता था ना ऑप्शन में मैंने आपको बताऊं 24,000 रुपये से मैंने एंट्री किया था, 24,000 रुपये से,
ओके
24,000। और मैं तो ऐसे ही करता था ऑप्शन, और 24,000 से मैंने 3,90,000 मैंने वो मंगाया, 3,40,000 मैंने पे आउट मंगाया था बजट के बाद, एक ही महीने में।
ओके ओके
और ये जो उसके बाद मेरा 6 लाख का प्रॉफिट था, मेरा 6 लाख रुपया अकाउंट में थे।
ओके
और मैंने एक दिन 80 रुपये में, एक्सपायरी के दिन 80 रुपये में मैंने पूरा कैपिटल 6 लाख लगा दिया था।
अयो।
और 6 लाख का मेरा हो गया था करीब 180 हो गया।
हाँ ओके।
और दूसरे दिन मैंने 180 का 25,000 रुपये आ गया। 25,000 रुपये मैंने 9 रुपये में लिया था, फूट लिया था एक्सपायरी के दिन। लेकिन मैं फिर क्या, खाना खाने का था तो मैं निकल गया था, तो मेरा अकाउंट एग्जॉस्ट हो गया, बाकी वो 9 रुपये वाला 80 रुपये आया था।
ओके।
हाँ, तो मैं क्या ऑप्शन में, मैं तो ऐसे ही भी ना, मैं आपको बता दूं, मेरा कोई टेक्निकल नहीं जानता हूँ, ऐसे ही एक्सपायरी में मैंने कराए काम और कमाया भी था। और मैंने आपका सब्सक्रिप्शन जो दिया था वो 2500 2 महीना भरा था, लेकिन आपको मैं फॉलो यूं कर नहीं पाया, क्योंकि अपना जो मैसेज है ना, वो मेरे को मालूम है कि बिल्कुल टेक्निकली फंडामेंटल बिल्कुल बनेगा, बाद में आप बाय करने का बोलते हो।
ठीक है।
कॉल या पुट।
ओके।
अब वो तो ये है कि आपने बोला कि 163 क्रॉस करे तब बाय करना है, बराबर?
या
मैं मानता हूँ 160 का तो टेक्निकली बहुत बहुत पावरफुल ट्रेड बनेगा वो, लेकिन 163 आएगा, अभी चल रहा है 80-90, तो अपन ये सोचते कि 80-90 में पोजीशन बना ले तो क्या खोटा है।
लेकिन एक बात है,
हाँ,
एक बात है योगेंद्र जी, मैं आपको
हाँ,
एक बात समझाता हूँ, मैं समझ गया। सी, मैं एक बात समझाता हूँ, ट्रेडिंग में 2 चीजों की जरूरत होती है। ओके, एक लक की और एक स्किल की। ओके, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है। एक्चुअली ऑप्शन मार्केट में डालने के लिए भी मेरे पास भी बहुत पैसा है, ठीक है। लेकिन क्या होता है, कभी कभी हम लकी रहते हैं, कभी कभी लकी नहीं रहते हैं।
सही है।
जितना दिन वो चल रहा है अच्छा लगेगा, लेकिन जिस दिन नहीं चलेगा ना, ये बहुत डेंजरस है। ओके, तो इसीलिए हमको
एक ही दिन में एडजस्ट हो जाता है अकाउंट।
हाँ, तो मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, वो सही तरीका नहीं है। मतलब क्या होता है, वो दिमाग पे इतना जोर डाल देता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आप समझो कि 10 लाख को 1 करोड़ एक दिन में बना दिया, ऐसे सब लोग लकी नहीं रहते हैं। वो पकड़ के हमको जाना नहीं चाहिए। एंड हमारा जिंदगी भी कैसा रहता है, सब टाइम हम लकी नहीं रहते हैं। समझिए, मैं एक झूठ बोल रहा हूँ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मेरा 10 स्टूडेंट्स है, मैं एक झूठ बोल रहा हूँ। ओके, 1 महीना चलेगा, 1 साल चलेगा, 2 साल चलेगा, लेकिन कभी ना कभी वो खत्म हो जाएगा, पक्का। ठीक है,
सही
जब विजय माल्या के साथ ये हो सकता है तो हमारे साथ बिल्कुल हो सकता है। ओके, सो ट्रेडिंग वैसा करने का तरीका ही हमारा नहीं। अगर आपको प्रोफेशनली सीखना है, बैलेंस्ड
हाँ।
सीखना है, तभी ये प्रोग्राम अच्छा है। ठीक है, अगर हमको जिग जैग ये डालो वो डालो इतना डालो उतना डालो, वो प्रोफेशनल ट्रेडिंग नहीं है, वो गैम्बलिंग ही होता है। ठीक है,
सही है।
एक वेकेशन पे लास वेगास गए और जितना पैसा उसमें डाल दिया वो रहेगा, वैसा हमको कभी ट्रेड नहीं करना है। ठीक है, तो अगर आपको मतलब प्रोफेशनली ट्रेन करने का है तो ऐसा कुछ एजुकेशन चाहिए, नहीं तो लक पे डिपेंडेंट, मतलब क्या है, हम कभी भी कर सकते हैं।
हाँ,
जिस दिन लक है तो पैसा बनेगा, जिस दिन नहीं है तो मार खा के चुप बैठेंगे। ये
सही
सबके
है।
साथ ऐसा नहीं रहता, क्योंकि बहुत लोग ना अपना हार्ड एंड मनी, मतलब जो अपना जमा पूंजी जो रहता है वो लगाते हैं, तो इसीलिए हमको इररिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं रहना है ट्रेडिंग में। ठीक है,
राइट।
ओके।
तो अपने ये जो 10,000 पर मंथ है उसमें क्या प्रोग्राम है अपना?
मैं आपको रिकॉर्डिंग भेजता हूँ, आपने लेट ज्वाइन किया है, मैं आपको एक रिकॉर्डिंग भेजता हूँ, आप पूरा सुन लीजिए। ठीक है,
उसमें आप कॉल देते हैं?
हाँ उसमें कॉल फ्री रहेगा आपको।
नहीं, व्हाट्सएप पे आता है कि वॉइस
टेलीग्राम में
कॉल
ही
आता
आता
है?
है, टेलीग्राम में ही आता है।
टेलीग्राम में?
या
बराबर, ठीक है, रिकॉर्डिंग भेजो, मैं सुन लेता हूँ।
श्योर
ओके।
श्योर, ओके।
हेलो बॉस, गुड मॉर्निंग।
या हाय रवि जी, बताइए।
हाँ, कैसे हैं सर?
यस, अच्छा हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
फाइन फाइन सर, फाइन।
कैसे
सर
चल रहा
मैं
है
ये
आपका
हाँ,
बिजनेस कैसे चल रहा
कैटरिंग
है?
कैटरिंग ठीक है सर, अभी तो ओवरऑल सीजन।
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, ऑल द बेस्ट, बताइए।
थैंक यू थैंक यू थैंक यू।
या
सर मैं ये पूछ रहा था, जैसे पर्टिकुलर अपन कोई स्टॉक को वॉच करते हैं,
हाँ,
सपोज निफ्टी कोई वॉच करते हैं फ्यूचर को, तो कितने मिनट के कैंडल पे मतलब कंफर्मेशन मिल जाए कि सपोर्ट है या रेजिस्टेंस है?
कौन सा 15 मिनट बोल रहे हैं?
हाँ, अपन जैसे जनरली मैं 5 मिनट एंड 15 मिनट वॉच करता हूँ सर।
ओके,
तो है ना, तो कंफर्मेशन जैसे कि है कि हाँ चलो बुलिश सेगमेंट है या बेरिश सेगमेंट है, तो उसके ऊपर भी कोई टाइम फ्रेम में देखना चाहिए सर, जैसे 1 आवर हो गया, 1 डे हो गया।
हाँ देखना चाहिए। ये रीजन बताता हूँ मैं आपको क्या होता है, एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, मतलब एक स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है ये एक छोटा एग्जांपल है क्यों हमको मल्टीपल टाइम फ्रेम्स देखना चाहिए, बताता हूँ मैं। फॉर एग्जांपल समझो रिलायंस है, एक
जी जी
मिनट, मैं चार्ट से अच्छा इधर ही बता देता हूँ। सो फॉर
जी
एग्जांपल रिलायंस है अपने पास।
जी जी
नाउ फॉर एग्जांपल आज मार्केट में समझो, सिंप्लिसिटी के लिए समझते हैं कि आज मार्केट रेंज ही रहेगा, ज्यादा वॉल्यूम नहीं है। ओके,
जी जी
फॉर
जी
एग्जांपल उस दिन मार्केट में सब रिटेलर्स ही, सिंप्लिसिटी के लिए, ऐसा हर दिन नहीं रहता है, इसीलिए
ये
मैं बोल रहा
ये
हूँ
ये
ये स्ट्रैटेजी मत
यस
जैसा मत लीजिए, एक जस्ट
जी
अंडरस्टैंडिंग के
जी।
लिए। फॉर
हाँ हाँ,
एग्जांपल,
नॉर्मली हाँ हाँ।
हाँ उस दिन
जी
समझो एक 100 करोड़ का एक फंड आया खरीदने के लिए।
जी, यस यस सर।
ये 100 करोड़ का फंड क्या होता है, फॉर एग्जांपल ये 100 करोड़ फंड, जस्ट अ मिनट, एक मिनट, पेन काम नहीं कर रहा है, ठीक है। फॉर एग्जांपल ये 100 करोड़ का, इसको खरीदने का अगर ये वॉल्यूम समझो उस दिन का वॉल्यूम बहुत कम है, फॉर एग्जांपल उस दिन का वॉल्यूम लेट्स से 20 करोड़। हेलो रवि
हाँ
जी,
सर,
सुन रहे हैं?
यस सर।
एक
हाँ
मिनट,
हाँ, आप आ रही सर, आवाज आ रही।
हाँ स्क्रीन दिख रहा है?
यस सर।
ओके, सो वो क्या होता है, एक मिनट, वो नेट का कुछ प्रॉब्लम था।
ओहो।
जस्ट अ मिनट गाइस। ओके, इट्स नॉट वर्किंग। ओके, सो समझो ये 100 करोड़, उस दिन 100 करोड़ का फंड आया,
यस।
उसको समझो, ये पेन से नहीं निकला जाता। ओके, 100 करोड़ का फंड समझो उसको 2 घंटा लगता है, 2 आवर्स खरीदने के लिए, उसको रिलायंस खरीदने के लिए 2 घंटा लगता है। तो क्या होता है, देन दैट गाय विल बी मूविंग द आवरली चार्ट आल्सो, है ना?
यस सर।
समझो एक 500 करोड़ का फंड आया, समझो एक 500 करोड़ का फंड आया। अगर ये 500 करोड़ का फंड आया तो वो क्या करेगा, वो डेली चार्ट को मूव करेगा। समझो एक छोटा हेज फंड आया, वो क्या करेगा, वो स्टॉक को छोटे ही रेंज में रखेगा, मतलब 5 मिनट या कभी कभी आप देखते हो निफ्टी एक 40 पॉइंट में रहता है ना?
हाँ हाँ, 40 पॉइंट 40 पॉइंट में ही अप डाउन करता है।
हाँ, हो जाता है, क्योंकि उस दिन बड़े लोग नहीं है ये लोग, मतलब ये
नहीं,
जो लोग है ये लोग नहीं है मार्केट में,
ये सर रेंजी मार्केट है।
रेंजी मार्केट है। सो लाइक दिस वी शुड अंडरस्टैंड द प्लेयर बिहेवियर। अगर प्लेयर बिहेवियर नहीं समझेंगे तो उस दिन हमको ब्रेकआउट किस टाइम फ्रेम में लेना है नहीं लेना है ये समझ में नहीं आता है।
हाँ,
तो
हाँ।
व्हेन यू से अगर आप 15 मिनट में लेना चाहिए, 5 मिनट में लेना चाहिए, 1 आवर में लेना चाहिए, हमको क्या है, एग्जीक्यूशन के लिए 5 मिनट लेना है, लेकिन मार्केट
एग्जीक्यूशन,
को,
हाँ वो,
लेकिन मार्केट को ऑब्जर्वेशन हमको सब टाइम फ्रेम में करना चाहिए,
है ना?
हाँ सब टाइम फ्रेम में करना चाहिए। फॉर
राइट
एग्जाम्पल
सर,
हम एक समझो देर इज ए 200 डे मूविंग एवरेज, suppose 200 day
200
moving average is like, that is when long term investors come into picture.
ओके।
So for example, if the stock is rejected at 200 day moving average, there can be a big fall. If there is a
बिग फॉल
breakout of
सर, राइट राइट सर, राइट सर।
if there is a, लेकिन लोग क्या करते हैं, हर एक मूविंग एवरेज को एक ही तरह ट्रीट करते हैं, ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए। 20 डे मूविंग एवरेज एक तरफ के लोगों के लिए है, 50 डे मूविंग एवरेज एक तरह के। सो अल्टीमेटली आप देख रहे हैं, तो मैं मूविंग एवरेज में भी ऑर्डर फ्लो बात कर रहा हूँ, मैं ऑर्डर फ्लो मतलब,
हाँ सर, हाँ हाँ, मैं मूविंग एवरेज भी फॉलो करता हूँ सर, 100, 50, 20 एंड 200।
या सो प्रॉब्लम इज सिर्फ मूविंग एवरेज को हम देखना नहीं चाहिए, उस दिन बड़े लोग क्या कर रहे हैं। मतलब समझो एक स्टॉक 200 डे मूविंग एवरेज जा रहा है और मैं बड़े लोगों का फुटप्रिंट नहीं देख रहा हूं, देन आई शुड इंश्योर दैट उस दिन वो लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, अगले दिन कुछ कर रहे हैं। कुछ भी हो सकता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल समझो टुमारो फेडरल, आज रात को फेड मीटिंग है और मार्केट 200
मीटिंग है सर,
हाँ 200 डे मूविंग एवरेज, उस दिन बड़े लोग कोई ये नहीं लेंगे, डिसीजन नहीं लेंगे। सर ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जो जो हमको देखना चाहिए, जो हमको प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए बिफोर ट्रेडिंग।
यस सर, यस सर, यस सर।
मेक सेंस?
फाइन सर, वो बस वही कंफ्यूजन था,
Yeah.
तो इसलिए मैं एक बार आपसे कंफर्म किया, क्योंकि सर अभी तो एक्चुअल में देखिए कल से जैसे रिजल्ट सेशन ऑन हो गया,
yeah.
है ना, तो अदरवाइज अगर कोई भी स्टॉक को अपने को देखना है, वॉच करना है, तो फिर उसके हिसाब से, उसके सेगमेंट के हिसाब से, जैसे सपोज अभी आईटी एंड ऑटो में बायर्स ज्यादा है, तो जैसे ऑटो सेगमेंट, निफ्टी ऑटो अपने हाई पे खड़ा हुआ है सर,
ओके,
है ना, तो मेरे हिसाब से एक मूव बैक आना चाहिए। बट मैंने वही आपसे पूछा सर कि इसको कितने फ्रेम में देखना चाहिए। मेरे हिसाब से तो एक बुलिश सेगमेंट ऑटो पे है ना, बट लेकिन अब मैं कंफर्म नहीं हूँ सर।
See, basically auto segment bullish में है, but we have to be very careful also, क्योंकि निफ्टी अगर कम से कम 16,200 के ऊपर टिक जाए,
200,
हाँ तो वो थोड़ा बुलिश ये देख सकते,
बुलिश हो सकता,
नहीं तो थोड़ा मुश्किल है। इसीलिए इसीलिए मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। कॉन्टेक्स्ट के बिना हमको काम नहीं करना चाहिए।
राइट सर,
hope I answered your question.
ठीक सर, thank you.
Yeah, any other questions guys? Okay, so probably we'll call it a day and have a great day guys. I'll send the recording to you. Bye.
Thank you sir.
Yeah, thanks so much.